Hello everybody and welcome back to Pathfinder, Kingmaker. I realized in the filler episode that I haven't talked to Tristan. So we're going to do that right now. And then we'll talk to the other guy for the mission. Tristan gives you a friendly nod. How may I help you, Jordyn? Tell me about yourself. About myself? I wouldn't know where to begin. Tristan pauses for a moment in thought. You know my name, my faith. I follow Serenre, and I have traveled from the Padishah Empire of Kelesh to here. What else do you want to know? Forgive me, but from your manner and appearance, you don't strike me as a Keleshite. Tristan smiles softly. You have nothing to apologize for. Truly, I have received my name and appearance from my parents, who had come from Kelesh from afar. To Kelesh from afar. I never knew them, for the fate had separated us when I was young. So I grew up in Kelesh, raised by the followers of Serenre. My home is where my heart is, within the temples of the great goddess, among the wise and generous men that took upon themselves the care of a child that was so unlike them. I learned mercy and patience at an early age, and it is these virtues that have made me the man I am today. Do you enjoy traveling? Tristan nods, his eyes light up. Oh yes. No library and no archive, however large, would have ever allowed me to learn as much of the world as I have in my journeys. It was only outside the temple walls I realized every living being is a world unto themselves, a world where many contradictions and passions coexist. Each realm leaves its mark on the lives that live there, only by visiting it, by breathing the same air, walking on the same soil, can you understand its people, what drives them, what frightens them, their dreams, and how they honor their gods. Doesn't being outside the temple make you uncomfortable? Tristan shakes his head. There are many ways to honor one's gods, Jordyn. It is true, shrines play a role in the lives of many of the faithful, but even more find other ways to serve Serenre. The healing light values good deeds above all else. I cannot stand by and watch evil claim others. Tristan thinks for a moment, then raises an eyebrow. Perhaps that is another reason why I chose to go on my pilgrimage, leaving behind the temples of Kelesh. Tristan touches his chest. My faith is in my heart and in my hands. Millions honor Serenre in her temples, and my soul is filled with joy when I think of their devotion to the goddess. Nevertheless, my path is a different one. Do you know where you're going next? No, my thoughts were far from it, for my mission here is not yet done. Tristan stares at you in surprise. Why do you ask? Do you wish me to leave your lands? To the contrary, I hope you will stay with me for as long as you can. The thought of you leaving is not a welcome one. Tristan smiles awkwardly. You speak as if sharing your heart's affection. If I am dear to you as a comrade in arms, then I too value your friendship. If there is more to it, however. Tristan goes silent, shaking his head sadly. Oh, interesting. Possible love interest for our man Jordyn here. That's an interesting thing. For now, that's it for our talk with Tristan. We shall turn to him in a future filler episode. For now, let's talk to John Kavkin.
How may I serve you?
I found the Temple of the Elk and killed the beasts there.
Erastil be praised, you finally returned, my good friend. Tristan told me how you helped him at the Temple of the Elk. Thank you for heeding my request. My heart is calm and filled with confidence that I've followed the will of my God. I would like to reward your bravery. I possess no treasure, but please take this as a token of appreciation. As far as I know, your next target looks to be the Stag Lord himself. With the Temple of the Elk cleansed of evil, the fog surrounding us should disperse to reveal the path to the brute's lair. Of course, magic so powerful is unlikely to disappear all at once. Bide your time. Follow up on other concerns while you wait. I will gladly aid you on your noble quest. Erastil himself foresaw our meeting.
Jord bows piously. Do you understand the true meaning of your visions now?
I trust in their truth. These visions, they were the voice of Erastil himself. Quiet but clear. Before all this happened, I believed Erastil had turned his back to me. But now, I see clearly. He has shown me divine mercy, for he has led me to you and invited me to aid in a fellow priest's deliverance. Lady Sarenrae and Erastil walk the paths of the gods hand in hand, and so must their servants as well. Christian is undoubtedly still very young, and youth is a time of naivete and confusion. But I see kindness and strength of spirit in him, traits indispensable to a priest. I sense that all that's transpired thus far is only the beginning, and the future promises great things for Christian and for you. This is why Erastil led me to the Temple of the Elk. Day and night I pray for you and for my young friend. May the Stag God lead you down the true path.
That's enough about this for now.
As you wish.
Tell me about the visions that led you to the Temple of the Elk.
That's why I'm here.
Oh,
As you wish.
okay. Thank you for the story. We may speculate more later. Farewell. Let's check the journal. The quest was updated. So, wait until the fog clears away. So I basically have to wait. And I only have 53 days. So, yeah. We could try and find Tertuccio's trail. But I think that's also an event that needs to happen. We should also... Amiri wants to find us another monster to fight. So, yeah. And we should also look into the Riverbed Nightmare. So I think that's what we are going to do first.
All according to plan.
We'll be looking into that first, and then see how that pans out. First of all, I will do some inventory management, because I need to see exactly like what everybody can use and how it would be best to go about it. So we have these two who have large problems with not being able to die twice. So I think I need to give... I don't have a buckler. That's bad. Let's see if there isn't any leather armor, any light armor we can give Lindsay. A chain shirt +1. Now Octavia doesn't have any armor, and she could use this. Our own guy has a 6 AC chainmail, so we're good on that front. Adam, Octavia, it's okay. Christian cannot use a shield. Okay, Alira has her weapon set fine for now, I think. She has a 1 to 8 damage light crossbow, a 1 to 6 damage short sword, and a 1 to 4 damage dagger. Now, most of our weapons go in that range, the ones she can use, except for the quarterstaff +1. And I think I'm going to give that to her. Although she's a rogue, but you know, it's a better damage. It's a better look at damage. So yeah, an orc double axe. Oh, he can actually use an orc double axe, and I think he's still able to cast his spells, so that should be fine. What else do we have here? Gnome hooked hammer. I think only a gnome can use that. So yeah. Okay. The rest I think we can sell, I suppose. I think I'm going to change the bows. If for the people who can carry a bit of a better bow, including our friend Regengar. So let's see here. Yeah, we also have a ring of protection +1 and a headband of vast intelligence. I suppose we can give that to... Actually, I wouldn't give that to Jordyn, I would give that to Octavia, because she can use it on her intelligence score, so that would be a bit better. And also give our orc friend the ring of protection. What else do we have here? The scroll of bane, a piercing scream, lightning. I think lightning should be a thing. Give him some offensive scrolls. And I'll just manage this a bit. I'll give Jordyn the scroll of enfeeblement, and we can fill up the rest for Adam. Reduce person, enlarge person. Give him a potion of enlarge person, and also Amiri should have one of those handy. Okay. Alright. Does Jod, is he able to sell us a scroll of prayer? No, something like remove something or the other. Like lesser restoration. Okay, so he doesn't have greater restoration scroll, so we just have to be careful, I suppose. We also have a wand of cure moderate wounds that we can use. I suppose that's
someone else would make better use of this.
Maybe. No, she can't use it. Adam can use it. Oh, it's a helping item, so I'll give that to Tristan. And we have a wand of fine traps. I'll give that to Lindsay. And a wand of expeditious retreat. Now I think I'll swap the scroll of enfeeblement with that. Yeah. Yeah, that sounds good. I have 3 potions of vanish as well. And I think we can sell much of the rest of the gear to Oleg. Probably should have done this off camera, but I didn't, so screw me. An S-Stock. Actually, I'm not going to sell that. I'm going to let Jordyn use that. Keep the gnome hammer, just in case, and we're going to... Oh, he cannot use the S-Stock. Interesting. I see. The weapon focus is for the rapier, so I think I'm going to switch it the next time we level up. Although I think I can spend some gold, and 8 eyes can do that for me. But for now, we'll leave it at that and head onwards to I'm gonna switch Tristan for Alira and see what happens. And we'll go to try and find the source of the riverbed mystery thingy. Yeah. Find the source of our nightmares. I wonder if I failed the Stolen Land quest. What happens exactly? Oh, you're fatigued. Really? Okay. So we have the Thorn Ford, that's the Thorn River, Shrike River. So I think we should head over towards Nettle's Crossing and continue on going south down the road to try and find... Oh, you spotted the enemies. Try to avoid. You failed the sneak past attack of the enemies. Okay, so the problem is that Jordyn is fatigued, and I don't think he's the only one. So we'll have to be really careful about how we go about this. So Octavia is also fatigued. We have 2 bandits on our front, and there doesn't seem to be any bandits on our rear. So I'll have Aram charge a couple of them, and have Amiri activate her rage and charge the other ones. We're going to inspire competence and use Haze of Dreams on the archer. Jordyn can use the stunning barrier for the guy who's getting too close to us for our own good, and Octavia can use her fist against the oncoming melee fighter. Alira, you can daze the incoming archer. So, okay.
Serves you right.
Change targets. Where's Amiri? Why are you there?
Not doing it wrong.
Oh, I think they cast fear on her or something.
This should do it.
And use Doom.
A calculated risk.
This will hurt. You should have run.
Let's use our archers to fight that
Considerably
one.
provoked.
And let our lady handle the melee fighter.
This is for you!
Oh, he will save that. Cast light. Jordyn, you can cast Virtue on Octavia and switch weapon sets. Octavia doesn't have any melee. They're affected by fear. Yeah, so they have someone who can cast fear on them.
This will hurt.
Well, Adam handled that masterfully. No, he didn't use anything. So, look at that. Alright.
As it should be.
Let's leave, pretty much. And we have 3 fatigued team members. When we reach Nettle Crossing, we should be really careful to
I need to catch my breath. Resting would be nice, don't you think?
or even Ryan, right? I'm just going to go around to the next checkpoint and we're going to rest here. So it's Nettle Crossing. It's most probably Nettle Crossing. Alira doesn't have a... So let's put that there. And continue on resting.
What god do the 6 bears venerate?
The men? Gorham, of course. Because they're all such great warriors, you know. As for the women, they worship either their ancestors or Erastil. They tried to stop me from praying to Gorham, but I smashed a couple of monks, and they left me be.
Jordyn suddenly awoke inside the house. Dogs were howling fiercely not far away. It smelled like burning, so we are still in that dream, Shrike River. So each time we're really close to Shrike River, there's this strange voice in my head. So we're going to travel along north, return north, and go to Nettle's Crossing.
I need to catch my breath.
We're going to cancel entering. We're going to camp just for a bit.
Do you really not like to have fun? Or you just don't know how to? Do you want me to hold a festival for you when we get back to the capital? We can stuff our faces, dance and get drunk. What do you say?
I say you are very kind, Octavia, but such help will do me no good. I'll only get a headache from the music and dancing. As for the drinking, well, I better keep away from that too.
So I think this is where we get a clue on our nightmares and what they mean. There's a burned down house over here.
Interesting.
Some hidden
In due time.
loot.
I see something.
Nice. Let's go around here.
My skills are absolute.
Valera used stealth to advance, and the rest of you, let's go over that way. Oh, okay. What the hell is that? Nettle. The corpse's face is bloated from being so long in the water. The stench from its toothless mouth is so foul that your eyes begin to water. The hand, clenching a sinister-looking spear, is covered with scabs. Suddenly you feel faint, as if a cold, wet hand is placed heavy on top of your head. Wet hair sticks to skin, and trickles of icy cold water run down your face and shirt. A hoarse whisper rises inside your head. There you are. So it was you who sent those nightmares? Gurgling, deep-chested laughter pierces your skull, clouding your vision and flooding your ears. All else becomes muffled, as if you're trapped underwater. You shake your head to cast off the apparition. Who are you? Nettle. A storm of bright images flashes before your eyes. A long time ago, this person, then a living man, came here from Brevoy, constructed a rope bridge, built a house, and lived in it, collecting payment from those who crossed the river. How did you die? You see a visual of a lovely spring day. Sunbeams shine warm against your cheeks. 3 men approach the house by the bridge, one of them wearing an antlered helm, the Stag Lord. Angry faces, a quarrel, the glint of unsheathed sword. Suddenly the Stag Lord's greedy eyes are twisted by surprise. The master of the house has unleashed his hounds. A burning smell stirs you awake, and to the sound of loud barking. Flames are crawling up the walls, the sound of breaking glass, the bitter cold night air. You are outside the house, and something is wrong. An arrow strikes deep in your shoulder. You hear the guffaw of 10 throats. You run, already in the middle of the bridge. The man in the antlered helm cuts one of the ropes. An ear-splitting scream fills the air. What do you want from me? You see a vision of a man wearing an antlered helm. You hear a muffled groan, and the helm drops to the ground with a loud thud. Your hands are covered with hot blood, too much blood. Death to the Stag Lord. Don't you hate it when someone asks you to do something you are going to do anyway? It makes me want to do nothing just to spite them. No, I'm not going to go for that. I'm not going to go for that. I am a worshipper of Callistria, so revenge is a holy pursuit. Callistria would be pleased if I avenged you. Octavian nods without saying a word. A series of visions flash before your eyes. You see the Stag Lord dying in a variety of horrible ways. Impaled, beheaded, drowned, immolated. The dead man lets out a moan full of rage and anguish. Why must I be the one who does it, though? You feel invisible fingers, cold as stone, draw aside a wet strand of hair from your forehead. Weird. Can't you kill the Stag Lord yourself? That's a dumb question. He's dead. For amusement. You see the Stag Lord and his cutthroats trying to build a new bridge here, then running madly away from the rotting monster. The Stag Lord has avoided this place ever since. Oh, so you are fucking with him. Very well, I shall meet your vengeance upon the Stag Lord. The drowned man, who'd been sitting motionless, nods his head. Come later. Take the spear. I would help him, even if it wasn't going to pay. He has such a hard life. Well, a hard-on death. That must be even harder. Alright, so... we have found the cause of our anguish. So the one sending those nightmares was David Nettle, formerly a ferryman, now a creepy corpse, eager to get revenge upon the Stag Lord. But that's why we came in the first place, to end the bandits' atrocities. So there was no need to spook us with bad dreams. Well, at least now we won't be just pacifying the region, we're also helping a poor soul find his rest. So, basically, Riverbed Nightmare ties itself into the Stolen Land. So right now we're kind of aimless. We can go to the cave and get those mushrooms. But other than that,
We should move.
there ain't much we can do, really. So I'm going to prolong this episode just a little bit. The last two episodes are kind of longer. And I'll go ahead and try and explore a bit. Because, you know, doesn't seem like I can go south, so we can only go in these lands. We're gonna go to Fangberry Cave, or we can explore the roads for a bit and see what's going on. Maybe we find Tartusio randomly. So we have the Sycamore.
Need to catch my breath.
Sure. Old Sycamore, a noble patriarch of the tree world, the old Sycamore has been seen from miles around. No other Sycamore in the area has grown as high, and the reason this one particularly reached normal size remains a mystery to the locals. Never been into this location. Let's go. What could happen? What could go wrong? So, yeah, I'm just going to go visit some locations, and I think I'm going to... This will be part 1 of this, and the next one will continue. I think I'm gonna call this episode Exploration. Oh, hi.
Greetings.
Keston Garrus, the former captain of Jamandi Aldori's personal guards, nods to you as though you'd seen each other in Restov only yesterday. He limps noticeably, and his clothes are stained with blood, and looks every bit as grim and focused as when you first met. This time, you also sense a hint of excitement in his eyes.
I have urgent news from Restov. The investigation that I have conducted at Lady Jamandi's orders have proved your innocence. Tartuccio was and still is the Pataxian spy. That dreadful night, it was him who had opened the gate and let the assassins in. It appears that he had planned to gain the barony and Eldori's support, only to later place these lands under the command of his true patron. King Iravetti is no stranger to intrigue, and likes to use others to do his dirty work. Anyway, Lady Jamandi sends her apologies. Lady Jamandi ordered me to capture Tartuccio. We were following his trail when that damned mist fell. First we entirely lost our way, and then stumbled right into a bandit ambush. Alas, nearly all my people were wounded and can go no further. And so I am here asking for your aid. I'll point out on the map where Tartuccio is supposed to be. Bring that scum to Oleg's trading post, dead or alive. Restov will not forget this favor.
So it is following Tartuccio. This is our next task. How did Tartuccio manage to fool you?
That sly bastard has caused us no little trouble, that's for sure. When he showed up in Restov and announced he was going to join the expedition, nobody suspected a thing. Yes, a gnome, yes, a sorcerer, but so what? Even after that terrible night, some of my people were willing to bet money on you being the spy. His overconfidence was his downfall. Tartuccio's henchmen, it seems, imagined they could safely meet with Pataxian spies in the town's seedy underbelly. But Restov is the ancestral home of the Eldori, and Lady Jamandi is respected not only by the aristocracy and the common folk, but also by those on the other side of the law. We received a message from the slums. A good friend, who wished to remain anonymous, suggested the Sword Lords take a closer look at a certain guest from Patax. Jamandi immediately sent for me and ordered me to capture the spy, all very quietly, of course. He told us everything, and not only about Tartuccio. I doubt that Iravetti was pleased to hear of his agent's failure.
A nasty grin crosses Keston's face. What can Pitaxian spies hope to find in the Stolen Lands?
Pitaxian spies are much like magpies. They'll grab anything that catches their eye. Information, treasure, artifacts. This time King Iravetti had a chance to seize the entire Stolen Lands region, and at the Aldori's expense. I'll give you some advice for the future. Be wary of the Pitaxian king. He's truly a snake of a man.
Garrus is the name of a noble house in Brevoy, is it not? You're a noble then.
Used to be. It's only a name now, nothing more. The House Garess are a noble family in Brevoy. They own several mines in the Galushkin Mountains. My father Evan is cousin to Lord Howland Garess, but he's my father no longer. In any case, I brought shame upon my name and was punished accordingly. The family disowned me. I fled to Restov and took up the life of a simple mercenary, until I received an assignment here in the Stolen Lands.
Can't you tell me why you were so exiled? You asked me a favor. I'd say you owe me an explanation.
Fair enough. For a Garess, the prosperity of the house and the honor of the name stands above all else, and I was betrothed to a widow from another noble house. This union was of great importance to the family. However, 3 months before the wedding, I met a commoner girl, gentle and pure, and we fell in love. I would have rather died than leave my Tanya, so I decided to break off the engagement with my noble bride. I could never have expected what would follow. My father was furious. I'd set a pointless love affair above the interests of the house. He expelled me from the family and ordered to leave our lands under threat of death. And Tanya, her mother was seriously ill, and she stayed behind to care for her rather than follow me into exile. Thus, I was on my own, disgraced, without a name, and without love. Don't imagine that I ask for pity. Everyone gets what they deserve.
Well, was the girl at least worth it?
I would never have left her of my own accord.
I'll see you later. Farewell. So, we need to deliver the bastard. Let's explore the Sycamore.
All
area.
according to plan.
There's probably going to be some beasts to find and to fight in this grove. Hopefully we don't die, because this game has showed me that you can die in even the simplest of situations because of
need to catch my breath.
RNG.
Follow my lead.
Okay, so we have Octavia is a bit, tired.
I'm not afraid.
Okay. Use Vanish on ourselves. Stun Barrier. Charge. And Rage. Just same one, I guess. And enlarge Amiri. You're casting Vanish, and you Sound of Competence. Let's focus here.
Let's try this way.
Tear them apart! They go down!
I lost a bit of health,
Need to catch my breath.
but
Face me if you dare.
Your life ebbs low.
I'll fight if I have to.
This should do it.
You can't stop me. I die. You deserved it.
Making small mistakes along the way. I think we're going to clear this area and loot it. And be on our way to find Tartuccio.
In due
The
time.
end draws near.
I'm listening. I need a challenge. You see that?
That is not far.
Let's keep going for a bit. A Tazzleworm. Okay.
As it should be.
Well, away from the dangerous beast.
Time's not waiting.
Who will prevail?
Strike!
Does it matter?
Bring it!
This area is quite big. Climb up the trunk.
I still have my lucky day.
No mistakes.
This
is not
was
possible.
meant and
Kill
will be.
me!
All
Definitely
according
will
to
be.
plan.
Yeah. Let's camp here for a bit. And I guess we'll continue in the next episode. I do hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe, and click the notifications bell for more content. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'd like to sit at a desk in my own life.